Another fine morning in upstate New York today. We're at the Warrens Park to do the Erie Canal Trail westbound. This is the long section, so this will be a long video. I'll try to shorten it up knowing that it's a long section, but I don't know what I'm going to see along the way because again, I'm just here briefly and then I'm gone once I hike through it. And I mentioned and started to mention in other videos that if you got something of interest and you know is pretty close to the trail, comment down below if I haven't gotten to that part of the trail yet, because you know I'm going in both directions. Currently I'm in Utica working east, and I am currently in Camillus working west. So whenever this video posts, if I haven't gotten to the area, these are like from the time of posting the videos is about 2 weeks. So and I come out and I go to Utica every Wednesday and westbound out of Syracuse every Saturday. So, but there are revisits in the work. So like we ended here and I took this other side trail back to do another trail instead of heading back the same way. And there's a lot of trails down there. So we will have spots to hit on the way back, but it won't be part of the series of the Erie Canal Trail. And again, this is Warrens Park, nice little park. Let's look around. Was that tree cut the last time we were here? I don't remember that. So yeah, that's where we are. That's the old abandoned, what looks like boat access. I guess it's a canoe launch. I did a little research. There is a canoe launch here. I guess that's it right there. And again, when we ended, the bench I sat at is over there. When I'm like, oh, we're gonna wrap up the video, because you know what? I'm gonna walk over there and take the other trail back. So I haven't rendered that video yet. I think it's Blue Trail 3 or something like that. I don't know. It's a weird name because it gives you numbers. It's 2 miles and the trail's blue. There's no actual name to it. So that's where we are. Nice little park here. Alright, let's go for a hike. Show you around here real quick. Decent sized parking lot, pavilion, playground. I didn't see where the trail crossed over the road, so I don't know where the trail actually is on this other side. That's all I see is this house. Oh, I see the trail. Okay, I found it. It's in the backyard. Great. Alright. So we're going to cross the road. The trail is right there in that guy's backyard. And I won't film that because it's too close to a residential structure. The last thing I need to do is encounter angry homeowners. What are you doing? First thing in the morning. Alright, here we go. Like I said, I'm not going to have this part of the camera on when I go by the house, so, well, here we go. I'm going to jump across the road and hopefully I don't get hit by any cars. And again, as much as you're walking along history, the sad part is all that water goes into here. So history's still here, but in some way, shape, or form. So what's interesting is this must have been an old road. Briefly had guardrail on both sides. You can still see the one on the right. There was one on the left, and it says shared roadway, maximum speed 5 miles an hour. So that's kind of curious. What road this would be. Obviously the bicycle sign's new, but this has been here a while. The sign's already cracked and faded. So we're walking pretty much on an old road. So this recording, this section is going to go to a road, an actual road, up here near Memphis, I think it is. And I think there's a parking spot up here. I just need to check it out. Yeah, somebody's been driving up and down here. That's another thing, is it isn't gated to keep people out either, so this must still be a road at some point. I don't know what that is up there, but because that's a road too. I mean, just curious. The canal's on the left. It's no longer cleared of debris or anything, so you could run a kayak or boat through it. So after we come by Lawrence Park, well, as you can see, so here's some. Get a nice sign that says maximum speed limit. That's all that sign says. I did mention this is a long section. I'm trying to limit the video because there's not much here. Clearing was done here. It's a nice straight shot. Got the road on one side, the canal's on the other. So this should keep some of the video, this section's video watch time down a little bit. Everybody wants to get their watch time up, but nobody's going to want to watch me on a straight piece of canal trail with nothing to see for an hour. So I'm trying to keep the watch time down on this video. Algorithms. So, not much to see. This is it. Okay, there's the canal. Look, there's the road. Here's the trail. Again, I'm going to point this out because this is hilarious. That's a luxury deer blind right there. And those that hunt and have deer blinds like that, and you don't use them in the summertime, that'd be a great place for a barbecue. Go out to your favorite deer blind. I mean, it's got a patio, a nice view, I'm sure. Just saying. Yeah. That's all I'm going to show of it. You can build something like that. That's a place to go camping. Hey, hon, I'm going out to the deer blind. Yeah, I'll be gone all night. Oh, wash out. So here's one of the unique features. Let me stop here. She's along. I'm trying to find a better view of it. You can hear the Canada birds on the other side of the. They're not in the canal. They're on the other side. There's another one of those deer blinds. Yeah, I can't. So there's a berm for the canal itself, full of stone. So there's a wall, the canal wall there. And there's obviously a. Right there, you can see it. Stone wall. So this part's made up of stone. Because there's a marsh or something coming up on the other side that you hear the birds in, which you can't see currently because of the. Well, because of the brush. It's a nice little unique feature of the stone the stone and how they built it up to build a wall for the canal. I'll try to get better pictures of it along the way. I'm sure it follows the whole length. So, actually, right here. Yeah, I can see it right here, actually. I can't see the marsh, but stonework. This tree fell over and pulled some of it out. What kind of stone they used. So. Looks like for some part of this, they got to remove some trees out of it. You probably could use a kayak in here. A dry hydrant. Sorry, I'm speaking out loud. I saw that. That's a dry hydrant. You know, being involved, fire service and all. So I'm guessing this is what this is here. When they put the dry hydrant in. Oh, yeah, here you go, right here. I didn't see this feature till just now. Okay, you can actually see the wetland on the other side. I don't know if this is intentional or a breach, but water's flowing into the canal. Could have been intentional. Seems odd that there might have been a gate here. Either way, there's something that used to be over there. And now that water's flowing into the canal. I don't know if it's purposely done or if it's an accident. Can't really call it a canal feature because I don't know. Oh, so let's take a peek up here. Something's different here. This may answer a lot of questions because I don't. I have questions also, but it's clearly there's something going on here. So you got the canal sign. Why would that sign be there? We already know we're on the canal trail, so I wonder if there's a parking lot up here. There is. Oh, for sure. Okay, so yeah, that looks like a parking area. Let's go check it out. Why not? Because that's the last residence on this road. Why is the road still paved up through here? Obviously, it's posted on the other side. Oh yeah, for sure. Unofficial. We'll leave it at that. I'm gonna take a look over here a little better. Yeah, this looks like a. Okay, so this is a turnaround. So if that's a parking area, unofficial. It's not on the map or anything. But obviously, I mean, maybe a snowplow turnaround. But this time of year, the road's dead end right here, because the last power customer ends right here in the last driveway. Nice view looking back. We've walked this entire road pretty much, so that's how far we've gotten. Probably a stop ahead sign right there. But nice view though. Not sure what the road's called, but it does show on the canal trail map and the Google Maps of the road coming to here. But then it was sketchy. But yeah, unofficially, you could probably park down here. I mean, I don't see why it would be bothering anybody in the summertime. I'm sure snowplow will turn around and come back down. That's what this looks like. Because I don't see why anybody, well, will be down below anyway. So, let's go back to the trail. So, if it was me, I'd walk back to the car, get it, park up here to the next section to try to move it along. But I already had a goal in mind, so let's get to the goal. So, we now know, again, unofficial parking lot's not listed in the map or anything, but Could probably use it for a few hours. And there's been a lot of vehicle traffic in and out at this point too. Still not gated off to keep people out, so that's baffling too. Right? The odd placement of the sign. Usually it's at the beginning of or ends of trails, and it looked like there would have been a barricade here. So something changed here. It looks like there would have been a barricade here. A sign, and nothing now keeping people out. Weird. So, was this one time a parking lot for the trail? But then they used it as a snowplow turnaround, but then again, nobody would be hiking the trail in the winter anyway. So, yeah, it's just baffling. Up here's the turnaround. Oh, I got something here. Concrete blocks. Oh yeah, for sure. This definitely looks like a access point. Concrete blocks keep people out, both sides. You pull in, park here with your car, walk down here, and you're out the canal. Huh, it's weird. Why that wouldn't be listed as a parking area. Again, you know where Warren's Park is. You saw the house at the beginning of the video. I wasn't going to show you. The road is right next to that house to come this way. And this is where it ends. Paved. Parking area. Looks like not official. Baffling. But now watching this video, we know. At one point there was a beaver dam here they had to remove. Probably because it's flooding that guy's backyard. But in the process of removing it, dug up a little bit of history. It's like a cable in there. Interesting to see along the way. Looks like they put most of the debris over here. Or trucked it off. That's probably what all those tire tracks were. This was recently done, so that explained the vehicle tracks through here, because it probably would have had a dump truck in here, because of the debris they would have taken out. Oh, you see that fish? That was a fish. So they would have had to truck it out of here. So that's probably what all those tire tracks are. Oh, shoot. Oh, I haven't seen anything about an old road sign, so I don't know what happened to that. It could still be an old road, I guess, back in the day, but we'll see up here what this sign says. I don't know where I am. I have not pulled up my map in a while, so. Oh. Oh, look at this. Check this out. It's that pond still. Oh yeah. Again, you think all the birds fly away when they all fly away and not have a 20-second delay, but whatever. Oh, why you guys finding me? Oh, crap. Well, this would be a good spot for a bench. We got some active beaver in there. You see the beaver trail out, splashes, comes up here, crosses into the canal here. Huh, interesting. That's a beaver trail. It's about 45 degrees right now, cloudy. There's a cold front moving in here later today. It's gonna bring us rain and cold again, but 30s, not like it's been. Mother Nature's just throwing wild cards at us. There's a comment on Facebook. Whoever's holding Mother Nature's beer to do all 4 seasons and in 24 hours could drop it, could empty it out. She's already drunk. That was hilarious. Because in 24 hours, it went from spring, summer, fall, winter. When you wake up, it's 60 degrees. In the afternoon, it's 70. And the next morning, it's 20 degrees. And the day before it was nice, sunny, 75, and the next day it's 20 and snowing. What is, oh. Van Buren. Guess that's the village, town, or we're entering. Van Buren, share the road. Again, the road. It's not trail, it's share the road. 200 years of history right here. Man, what this thing would have seen. Oh. Again, I know we're not missing any trains. I'm surprised I haven't heard any. Because they're kind of, trail comes up pretty close to the railroad crossing and the railroad tracks up here. That's why I'm like, oh. And that's actually where I'm planning on, with the next section, is stopping at the tracks. Waiting for some trains. Why not? I'm right here. Anyway, another beaver path. Yeah, this part of the trail's got different fields. Not paved. The last section was paved and then just petered out at Warren's Park, which I'd rather walk on this surface instead of pavement. I'm walking pavement all day long at work, so. I don't mind. Walking on crushed stone and grass and mud. Because it's not the continuous pounding of hard surface, pavement, or concrete. Those that work in factories know what I'm talking about. Hang on. Oh! Now we just need a train. Some more of the canal wall coming through this marsh area. 200 years ago. And again, the stonework. I think something scary is about to happen, so... Yep, something scary is definitely going to happen here. So we started down there somewhere. I can't even see the end where we even started. This is just laying here inconspicuous. Something from way back when. Was it? Oh, it may have been growing in this tree. Here's a pipe. And it was clearly attached to this piece of wood. Just out in nowhere. Interesting. Either way, you're looking at history, probably 200 years of it. So, just laying right there in the middle of nowhere. What was that noise? That piece of somebody's vehicle. Beavers are busy in this area. They notched all those trees. Crossing here. And currently working on that one over there. And again, nice view of the stone wall behind it. Oh, no way. I gotta wait for a train here. Oh, this would be a good view for a train. I wish I knew there was one coming. If I don't know it was gonna be this close to the tracks, I would have brought the scanner. Yeah, those are railroad tracks out there. This is probably about the best angle I got of it. Just like a Oriskany. Again, didn't know until we found it. I want it out here, see if I can get a better... Yeah, I might be able to get a better view out here, actually. But I haven't heard any trains. I did see one on the way down. It was a manifest when I crossed the bridge, but I have not heard a train. We're definitely close enough to hear train horns wailing for this road coming up. And the beaver have been working on this tree as well. They must not have liked the taste of it because they went, nope. Sorry, I waited about 20 minutes and nothing's happening. I'm pretty sure it's about Amtrak. What is that? Oh my god, that had me going. I was going to tell you about the rocks and I saw that over there. Between the trees. I'm not going to say what it looked like, but it looked like a cryptid, let's put it that way. Because, you know, those are apparently a thing now. Anyway, other than the disturbing cryptids back there, still found this nice old stone wall. At least that's something to see along the way. And then there's this hole, so that tells me there might be a creek there, because clearly the stone wall wasn't there. Kind of hoping if I stare at this stone wall opening long enough, I might hear a train come out. I'm not that far away from that location, it's right there, but I want to get the trail done. I don't know how much further I got to go. I estimated about 2.5 miles, so that's an estimate. I'm pretty sure the road's right up around the corner, but seems how nothing's been by lately, I can't determine the distance until I get there. And another opening into the canal. It'd be interesting to see if back in the day before they widened the Clinton's ditch, if they would, if there was some sucks. Just notice me. Come on, ducks, look. You're supposed to have better eyes than we do. I wouldn't have known you were there if you didn't just go splashy, splashy, wah, 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 20 minutes after I stopped and started filming. Because that'd be like a neat little place, you know. Canal boat, go up in there and hang out for a few minutes, a couple hours a day. That is perfectly. Oh, you might be able to get one in there back in the day. Huh? Be interesting to know. I just got curious about the history. That's all. I'm seeing structures up ahead. I'm not sure what they could be or what that means because I don't see a road yet. Huh. Well, this might be interesting. Huh. The ducks are still flipping out. I think I see the road. Okay, we're close to the rail crossing. I mean, hopefully the train will hold out until I at least get there. Again, all my research is off Google Maps and the Empire State Trail map. I have to compile those together and match things up. Yeah, this looks like our road up here. Okay, so I'm on this cusp of this curve. The trail's gonna, well, this section ain't gonna end, but the trail's gonna come across the road. So this is looking back to where I came from, and you cannot see the end. It's easy 2.5 miles, if not more, but I did have several stops along the way to rest up. As I said, it's going to be a 2.5 mile walk back, and I'm going to drive the car over to here, but first I got to confirm a parking area, because if not, this video will be the end. But I'm pretty sure there was a parking lot up here. Pretty sure that's the road. I haven't seen a car go by yet, so I'm wondering about the busyness of this road. Yeah, that's definitely a road. Okay, so we're right at the end of this part between the two roads from Orange Park. Tracks are getting closer. That's good to know. Yeah, I see this rail line right here. There's like a little park here or something? Huh. This is going to be something interesting if it's not privately owned. If it's private property, we're just going to walk by it. But if this is something significant, I think I just found a new place to hang out. What is this? You see it? Picnic table on that side, something. And that's where the road is. This has got me swinging. I mean, at least there's a reward for walking more than 2.5 miles. And I'd be more than happy to sit at a picnic table and watch trains. Then to walk all the way back to the car and do it. Ooh. Almost, that bird just landed on that tree, caught me by surprise. Woodpecker? Oh, no, it's, oh, they move too fast, I can't keep up. But, where'd it go? Well, I tried. Every time they do these jerky movements, it's... what is this place? I have not the slightest idea of what this even is. Wow, this is what those gems are. There's nothing mentioning this here. And clearly, somebody put a lot of effort into this spot. Whoever it is, congratulations, you got me hooked on this. Wow. That's all I can say is I was not expecting this along the trail. And this is built there's something significant here, but I don't know what it. I gotta look at my maps. I thought that was further down though. I don't care, it's here now, so let's look at it. I'm impressed. So you got the canal, and you clearly got like a little place to pass or pull off for any traffic. But there's something close by. I can't remember where it was. I thought it was more in Jordan than. Yeah, I think it's in Jordan. I don't know what this place is. It's not mentioned on the map. Huh. It's a well manicured garden. Statue of a bear. Again, if anybody knows, comment down below. I'm gonna hang out with it for a minute. I don't think that light works. If it does, it's probably off of solar power. Huh. No, I'm gonna hang out here for a minute. So context, this does not show side roads. But we started over here at Warren's Park. We're right there on that curve. Those ducks just landed in the water behind me. So that's where we are currently. So I'm still gonna have to hike some of this to Jordan, is the plan today. Alright, these ducks are starting to disturb me. You guys making enough noise over there? Thank you. Thank you for toning it down. Now to fly away because they never noticed me sitting here. Now we're running along the Erie Canal Trail. Alright, we're safe. Eastbound and down. Could be an Amtrak train. At least we're at a place we can see it. EMDs, that's what tripped me off. That's it, you're hearing over the highway noise. We're just outside of Jordan, New York, between Jordan and Warner's. Yeah, I think Warner's. Got a little park here. I hear a train coming. We're doing the Empire State Trail westbound today. That's train you're hearing. He's been giving it full beans, full send for 5 minutes now. So I don't know what's coming, but it is dragging. Should be cueing the horn here in a minute. I hear the crossing activation. Ding, 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 ding. So it's at the crossing. Yeah, there you go. I've been hearing this for 5 minutes. trip optimizer must be in full swing, because the only unit that was powered on full speed was the EMD. Which is why I heard it for 5 minutes. And 1725 SD24T4 or something like that. That's the only other engine I caught the number of, because I wasn't expecting so many engines, but that's the only one that caught my eye was the SD24T4. I'm guessing that's what the model number is. 1725. Alright, back to the trail. That's weird. I walked 2.5 miles and haven't seen a bench, and suddenly I come across this park-like setting, and now there's benches along the trail. What happened to the other 2.5 miles? That's like some old history over there. I was like, crap. This must have been some kind of... Yeah, this is definitely a canal-issued place. You can see the stone embankments become more significant, and all the structures. Look at the structures out here. The house across the way, there's an old barn. So this must have been some kind of important canal stopping area. Again, it's private residence, so. Okay, I see goals in mind, but this other section at the gate I'm not going to show you because of the residence next to it. So and I'm going to scope it out, make a decision on what, if I'm going to end this video today or if I'm going to go further. I got to see the parking situation. Yeah, also there's an old structure there. It's not even on the main road. So there's something significant here back in the canal days. Yeah, I'm going to turn you off for this part because of the surrounding of houses. So the canal trail continues across the road. I'm going to stop right here. And that's an apartment building off that side. We got to find a place to park and do this other side on the other side of the road. We'll see what happens. So, yeah, I'll let you know in a minute the next time I turn you on. Side camera this. Yeah, I got a parking spot up here. Oh, I want something. This is where the canal would be. And there's history here. Canal boat families. Yeah, I knew that was a significant thing. Canal boat operators usually owned one boat and lived with their families on board the entire season from May 15th to December 15th. In the winter, the canal was drained and closed for repairs. Okay. And park information. Erie Canal Park, Memphis Trailhead, town of Van Buren. So, that being said, I'd like to stay and watch some more trains, but that's a possibility when I come to this end. I probably will continue it today, so we'll B-roll on the way back, and when I get back to the vehicle in another 2 hours, by the time I'm done stopping and rail fanning. So from the looks of it, because they're calling that a park, that must be the parking lot for the park. See, I wasn't sure because it's right across from an apartment building, so I figured there's overflow parking for guests. But they're calling this a park, which, yeah, put some money into it. So that must be the parking lot for the park, because I wasn't sure if it's posted, if it was private property for the apartment building, but clearly I don't see no trespassing signs or posted signs or you can't park here, and then there's this little picnic area park up here coming up, and yeah, I gotta bet that's a parking lot for this. But we're good to park there. It's an unofficial parking lot, which I don't understand, because the state seemed to recognize it, putting that plaque, that information sign right there, and a little ways down it says welcome to this park. Why would they not post it as a parking area? I don't know. Maybe because it's not a state canal park, maybe because it's a Village of Van Buren Park. I don't know. It's those little gray lines that I'm trying to solve at the same time you're watching this video, which is confusing. So yeah, I guess it's a parking lot for the trailhead and the park, but it's not listed in the trailhead map. What is coming this way? Oh no, bikers. Yeah, it's that time of year. Like I said, it's a good day to do it. Do not mow. Who's gonna get out there to mow that? A dredge? Yeah, I'm taking another relaxing break here. Just, yeah. See, we get lucky with the train again. There's the sun right there. It's picking up. The clouds are definitely moving in. Still a good shot to finish this today. I'm gonna go ahead and say, because this sign does not make any sense. Alright? I'm gonna say, don't take my word for it, that this stop ahead sign is a good indication halfway on the trail. Yeah, there's people parked up here, so. As again, we're heading back to the car to go to the other half of this trail, this section. There's a stop ahead sign here. I'm going to make that the halfway point. That feels about right. I passed a bunch of people on the way here. So, that stop ahead sign is about halfway. What the? And parking lot, as mentioned before, locals know it's a parking lot. So I guess that confirms that little theory. So yeah, there's no reason for that to have a stop ahead sign. You see anywhere there's gonna be a crossing or a stop sign or any reason there'd be a stop ahead sign. So I'm gonna say that's about halfway point. From my perspective. And clearly other people are parking here. So this is an unofficial trailhead parking, just like the next parking lot I'm going to park in. Because there's also somebody on the other side too. So it's an unofficial parking lot. And now we all know it's here. And this just further confirms it. I'm sure these people didn't drive an hour away just to park here. I'm sure these are locals that know what's going on better than I do. So, that's the theory, yeah. Missed one train so far, so we're doing good on that. No surprises today. So now this time when you hear the bird, it's actually warm out, and it actually feels like spring. A couple episodes ago, you were hearing that bird. I was crunching through the ice. So I bet there was a gate one point here. And that might have... No, that wouldn't make sense though. I don't know. Again, this trail, this Empire State Trail, Erie Canal, this is going through a lot of changes. Like, there's a section that still says it's under construction further west up here, a little just outside of Fairport. So they're still working on trails, tweaking things. So maybe there used to be a stopping barrier here and removed it after completing this section or something. I don't know, just theory. Wind's getting loud. The wind is starting to pick up a little. Make that 2 trains we missed. So, again, I'm trying to get as fast as I can back to the car. I'm going to get in the car, drive to the next parking lot. I'm actually going to sit there for a minute, recuperate the energy lost, and we'll hit this other side of the road. Again, I'm not ending this section, so I'm going to just shut up so it doesn't run too long. But then by accident, if I did accidentally have it too long, it'll probably be another episode. So I wasn't expecting to see what I did see today. So you can hear that gun range from here. So it's like close enough for that to hear it. I'm starting to walk into its hearing range at the shooting range. Yeah, I'm going to say about a little over 2 miles this section. Well, from Warner's Park to the road crossing is about 2 miles, just over. Again, I could be wrong. So creepy fire whistle warning. I don't think anybody still had fire stations that blew whistles. So I thought people got offended by it because in my county there's no more fire station sirens. Alright, if this starts abruptly, then I made a mistake. So this is actual trail parking. Now that we know, it says, the sign says right there, Canal Trail Parking. So here we go. So now the trails, now the canal is no longer filled with water as it's been. A lot of people are heading this direction though, so this must be something of interest up here. It's not labeled on the map. So I'll get a little further out of town. Yeah, that's still the gun range you're hearing. Now the canal is just a little creek. So yeah, the parking lot across from the this blue car is doing something different. This guy, there must be something big coming. Well, I kind of want to stick around because he was in the parking lot over here when I parked. And then the next time I looked, he's on the other side of the tracks. And now he's on the other side of the tracks on the other side of the road. So he's trying to get an angle for a shot. But my train door is not kicking off anything, so... I'll see it, I don't. I sat in the car for 15 minutes and I actually walked up to the railroad crossing, looked down both ways, and none of the signals were lit up, so I'm like, well, and rain is coming in, so I gotta get this trail done. So I'm sorry, so this part of the trail, I forgot to mention at the beginning, because we hiked it. This is all one continuous trail. I'm doing this on one big chunk, but we've seen a lot of interesting things. So the problem with videos over an hour and a half, my computer hates it. This new one, remember 2024, my computer crapped the bed. But the problem is there's a game called Railroader that's heavily modded. So I tried making videos 2 hours long and it keeps going nope. So I found the comfortable zone to be between an hour and 15 and an hour and a half. So that's why I don't see any more trips to PA video. Like, I've uploaded a bunch of trains out of PA from last year. I couldn't stick it in my day in PA videos like I usually do because the computer wouldn't hold it because it was too big. Hang on. Oof. Sorry, I had a little bit of a scare there. So I was saying, I can cap my videos now at an hour and a half because the computer won't process it and it'll keep denying it every time. So, but this trail, the reason why we're back to the reason why we are starting in the middle of the uh-oh, sorry squirrel, you gotta wait. Oh, look at the beautiful scenery. Oh, it's gone. I was hoping that squirrel was... Did you enjoy the train? What the hell? What is going on here? Remember a minute ago I was like, wait a minute, something ain't right here. I wonder if those are train senses tingling. Oh my god. I can't make this stuff up. What are the chances that squirrel would still be in that same spot? What are the chances I'm starting to come out here and then I'm like, wait a minute, something ain't right here. I'm not going to explain what happened, but something wasn't right, so I had to think things through if I'm going to be able to do this part of the trail today or not, was the issue. And then after that passed, I continued on, and then the train came, and squirrel don't mind. So as I was saying, let's end. Oh, divide the title. Sorry. Well, good morning, folks. We're back again. Might as well start another section. of the Erie Canal Trail. We're currently Van Buren heading towards Jordan, I think. I don't know what direction I'm going in. I think I'm going west, but my mind's going east. East? Don't answer that. Mine's going other places than east, I tell you that right now. So the trail still got the stonework on the other side too. I'm trying to get a good clear shot of that. And I'm not for sure the reason. Blue paint on these trees. The last time I was seeing blue paint on trees, it was a trailhead, and I didn't know it at the time. It was the North Country Trail. Clinton's Ditch. This is 200 years old. I just want to see what's up ahead other than this pedestrian. Okay, so there are signs up there. This section isn't not as long as the previous one, so to the road crossing, so paint. Oh, that's the gun club over there still. We're still hearing reverbs from that. More yellow, orange paint, whatever color it is. Blue paint. Orange paint. What is going on? Orange paint. blue bag. Blue paint. Oh, I'm getting tired. I've already walked almost 5 miles today. Can you tell? I changed the mine. Something of significant interest here. Another nice little spot. Whatever that is. Looks like they had to divert water this way. Interesting either way. I don't know. Maybe that collapsed and that's why the water's bubbling out over here. I don't know. That's interesting. These are obviously these obviously weren't back in the canal day. That was. So Flying weather forecast said that it wasn't going to start raining until around 3 p.m. Here it is 10 o'clock and it's starting to rain. Good old-fashioned reliable weather. See, because there's the tubes, and that's where that stonework would have been. So what is going on here? So I'm guessing it's leaking. See, because they purposely dammed this up to put water down these pipes. Either way, all interesting. And we're just that far up from the sign. I think I might hear another train coming. I don't want to lose this location. Oh yeah. We might have something here. See, it's hard to tell because it's straight for so long. I don't know if it's the engine's on the other train or not. So you can hear it right now. Unfortunately, I won't be able to see it. But now we're under a time crunch because the rain's moving in sooner than the weather forecast is telling us. Typical. So, as much as I like to gawk at trains going by, the best I could hope for is come up here a little further and maybe I'll have a nice opening somewhere. Town of Elbridge. But because these tracks are so long, straight shot for so long, even if it has the slightest grade, even though the trail and everything's straight, even if there's a slightest turn, you'll hear the engines for a long time. Hear it? So I don't know if that's coming or going. Oh, that's coming. And we're just crossing the town of Elmburn and Elbridge. But that's definitely on its way here. I got a spot right here. Not the best spot, but we'll see what it is. Yeah, this is the best view we got. At least if it has anything cool, we might be able to see it. So you can hear these things coming for miles. What happens if I go in the town of Elbridge? Oh. See, that far from the railroad crossing. Let's hope the horn is going to blow then. Well, like I said, get a little further up, see if we got any better vantage points. I think the end of the trail is coming up, because I remember this road. It's like a dead-end road here, and I was considering that as a parking spot for a trailhead parking, but I think right around the corner is Jordan. So, I hope so, because it's starting to rain now. Hard. That's the rain you're hearing, other than the train horn. And don't think you're going to see it, because it's nowhere near the tracks anymore. We took a slight corner. So, oh, maybe I'm wrong. Hang on. No, because of this low brush, you won't be able to see it. As I can kind of make out the railroad, but you got your ups and you got your downs. I know something's coming, but then again, you got this stuff here. Oh, I'll see the trail. Yeah, this brush is not letting up. Oh well. Let's see what this corner brings us. Stop at. Alright. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, we're right here. I thought so. Well,
I believe it's parking on the left up here. We're gonna find that out real quick. So yeah, we're gonna finally end the video. And again, if it just suddenly started, it was intended to be a... Oh, there's the train finally. You got an open field, but you can't even see across it. So they hear it go by again. And it's still got a lot of stonework up along as well. Oh, I'm gonna pick my speed up a little bit. I might have an option up here. This is the best shot I can do. I can't do any panning. So here's a shot of the train. Eastbound. Again, it's, you hear it for so long, I don't have an exact clue where it is. I hear, the truck got me. Yeah, he's right here. I don't know what's worse, walking 2 miles in the woods, going crookedy, or walking 2 miles in a straight line and zoom in and you can't see the end of the trail. Yeah, the rain's getting bad now. I mean, we finished this just in time. I'm geared up for it. This is a wet coat, sweater, whatever it's called. Wind's starting to pick up, so we just finished this in time. Get to that little park with the creek features about maybe 3/4 of a mile, maybe a mile. I'm not exactly sure. These long hikes, you know, it's kind of hard to calculate mileage. So, yeah, nice place to relax. So, watch some trains go by. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go up to the car. We're next to the tracks again, so anything that's coming, we'll see it. Go back to the car in that parking lot, which now we know is a designated canal trail parking lot, and not for the apartment building across the street. The sign actually said so. That's something you couldn't see in the Google search or Street View or anything, but there's actually a sign that says canal trail parking. So it's a legal parking spot. I don't know why it's not in the map as an available parking spot, but yeah, so that little park with the creek, 3/4 of a mile to a mile. It's a nice mile hike up to it. Again, just look for the sign. It's just before that sign. I gotta check with my map again because that when we turned around, I was not expecting another road crossing. I thought I was going to be right in the middle of Jordan, but something happened there. So I gotta figure out what road that is now. So I was only expecting one road crossing, which is the one I'm parked at for this trip. I was not expecting the second one, and I was expecting to be in Jordan to check out parking on the left side, and that clearly was not the case. So my next goal is to go see if this is a public road that's on that side of the canal, and if it is, or if it's a private drive. Public road you could park on. Private drive, no. So there wasn't any parking lot over on the other side or anything. Alright, just fun facts. Tracks right there. Clearly, look at the line. This is a preview of our next section. Just a preview. I'm here now, so I'm going to take a little peeky weeky at it. As I was locating parking lots, and well, this one was not on the map, and GPS led it here, so a preview for the upcoming episode. Horseback riding is permitted on this trail. There's a horse boarding place on the other side of the trail down there. I walked by this guy once already. He's probably like, what in the... I know there's stuff to see in Jordan, so... This is not one of them, but it's worth looking at, obviously. I guess you can go down here. Oh, yeah, look at this. I hear traction motors of our freight train. Again, this is a preview for what's coming up. You see the old beams and planks down there. Again, a preview. Hopefully the next segment is where I'm parked now. We have to hike back to where we left off and hike past here. And when I zoomed in, that's Jordan. So we're that close to Jordan. But according to GPS, this trail behind me here, where the guy walking, is about a mile long. So neat to see anyway. 200 years. And that concludes the preview.